All right, guys. Good morning, everyone. STAF is finally pulling back. Whew, hit that high of 246. Insane. SPI also pulling back here. Welcome back to the stream, guys, where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Woo! Today's Thursday. It actually kind of somehow feels like Friday to me. I don't know. It's been a long week. I think it's because I was getting out a little bit more videos, maybe. I don't know. Hope you guys are feeling good. It was a weird pre-market, I gotta say. I took 3 stabs at SPI. My first trade was a small winner. My second trade and my third trade were 2 small losers. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm down like 70 bucks pre-market. My swing trades are a little bit down today, but overall we're green on our swing trades, so that's good. Just today they're dipping a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not crazy about our lead gappers today. I think SPI is a little bit questionable in terms of their whole entire catalyst, their EV and everything, the company. We could talk about it a little bit right now. So SPI, Hong Kong solar company, 13 million float, 140 million market cap. Looks like their EV subsidiary, Edison Future, they have a strategic agreement with Tongji Automobile. My problem with this catalyst is the fact that, one, it's their wholly owned subsidiary. So, I mean, yeah, okay, that's directly kind of influenced on them. Long term, though, this is a bit of a disaster, SPI. And I feel like this is a bit of a trying to take advantage of the whole entire EV market kind of sector. This company has been nothing but selling off. Really kind of sketchy looking ticker here, not something I'd want to be holding long term. And then you can kind of see here, ever since they announced on the 23rd about their EV subsidiary, they shot up, they kind of held their highs here. Now they're popping up again on that kind of partnership news. I do like partnership catalysts. It's one of my favorite catalysts. To me, it's always good sustainable news. I'm not totally sure about SPI in general. I think there's a lot of backholders on this one, and that's you could feel that in the price. It had a really hard time getting to 15, which is the next resistance zone. So it looks like there's something around 14 here where there's just so many sellers. People are just happy to take profits in these zones. We had 2 nice flag patterns here, nice breakouts from them. I was a little bit busy today from like 7 to 8 a.m. So I missed this whole run up here, which, I don't know if I would have traded it, but I definitely would have took a few stabs. I don't know how I would have done, but there's definitely some setups here. I know I probably would have traded if I was looking at the market. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm down right now, 70 bucks pre-market day trading. Not anything too bad. Before we review STAF, which is really interesting, let's quickly do a little bit of housekeeping, guys. It's October 15. It's a Thursday. It's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've got another 13 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. And then, like always, we wrap up trading by 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always keep an eye out on the SPY, guys. You want to know what the overall market is doing. You want to have kind of an idea if it's, if the markets are selling off or exploding, then sometimes people are more focused on large caps. So today's kind of one of those days. The market's SPY is down -4%. That's a pretty big move. So I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes the small caps are going to be overshadowed a little bit, although STAF is really, really rallying here. So yeah, pre-market, SPY is taking a pretty serious little dump here. Might actually have a nice little pop to the upside because 342 is a long-time support zone that we've talked about quite a lot in the past. So 342, if we keep dipping the SPY to that zone, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of a pop right there. And then maybe we'll have a little bit of bounce. Quick little disclaimer, and then we'll jump right into STAF. All right, let's pull up STAF. Blah, 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 blah. First, you got to learn how to talk, and then we can trade. You know, this one, I remember we were looking at STAF months ago. Before I was live streaming, I remember I was day trading this one. I must have been doing it in a different account. It was somewhere in this descending triangle kind of pattern. Then we broke to the downside, and then it pretty much went off my radar. I wasn't looking at it anymore. Eventually, we bottomed out around 28, popped higher here. This one has, you know, it's a spiker. You know, a lot of day traders know STAF. It's got a lot of history in the day trading crowd. It's one of those tickers that you kind of just see again and again. It's a USA staffing and employment services company, so it's pretty easy to remember that. Staffing 360s, you guys could always check out their website. 7 million float, 8 million market cap. So it has more spikeability than SPI, I would say. There's no specific news on the catalyst, but jobless claims come out every Tuesday, and sometimes that is enough to move the market, and specifically small caps, right? How much is going to be moving STAF? You know, Rich, it's hard to say. Like, how important is this news to STAF? I would probably argue it's not super crazy important, but that doesn't matter, because what matters is what what people are trading, right? Maybe there's some sort of bigger reversal going on with the employment numbers, but what I really think on STAF is that we had a because right around here at 134, it was really stuck in this area. It was really stuck at 1.4 for a while. And I think when it broke that, I think there was a huge short squeeze, and then other traders just started jumping on it, and then it started getting hotter and hotter. That's kind of what my thesis is. I'd be very nervous at the open here with a move like this pre-market. Very strong move here. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious trading this one. Right now it's at 246. So we're right all the way up here. That was the high at 246. We're actually at $2 now, 211. So yeah, 255, definitely a bit of a support zone. You can see that we've had some retests in this area, big breakout retest. So yeah, 2.5, guys, keep an eye on that zone. Right now, that was the pre-market high at 246. So next big support zone is roughly around 2. We have a disclaimer now, looks good. Yeah, it's also a little bit less repetitive talking from my end, so that's where you guys probably appreciate that as well. Don't forget, guys, I might as well do the announcement now. Tomorrow we are doing Oktoberfest. I'm going to be wearing my Lederhosen. It's going to be pretty ridiculous, I feel like. But if not a lot of people are, you know, going to take pictures, you have a high chance of winning a Trade Journal sweater. So just remember, guys, if you are interested in, you know, joining the community a little bit more, having some fun on Friday, just go to this community tab and then read more about the Oktoberfest thing. It is tomorrow. Let me quickly do a quick little run through here. We're gonna, you know, all tomorrow we're just gonna be giggling around a little bit. But at 10:30, you know, once we stop day trading, I'll go ahead and crack a beer with you guys. I'll have my Lederhosen on. And I'll post a picture too, but whoever posts the best picture, either on Instagram or Twitter, whatever platform you guys want to use, it's totally up to you. I'll check both. Whoever has the hashtag trade Oktoberfest, make sure it's spelled the German October. I'm going to be looking for the K. So just make sure to, if you just copy and paste this one, if you aren't comfortable writing it out. And yeah, my girlfriend and I will pick a winner, and then we will we'll announce it in the recap video. So, and then we'll ship it to you. So yeah, keep in mind, I don't know how many people are gonna do something funny tomorrow, but hey, if nobody dresses up and you have a picture of yourself drinking a beer, you'd win. So, you know, just have fun with it. No pressure, no pressure. A little bit of pressure. Squirrel costume definitely fits. Germans love squirrels. Mark, make a Twitter account just for the event. You got to make at least a Twitter account. All right, enough of those distractions. STAF, yeah, I mean, selling off here, big support around 2, right above VWAP, looking really interesting. So I'm gonna put SPI on my my first screen, and then I'll keep STAF on my second screen, and then we'll just kind of switch back and forth depending on what looks the most interesting. Most likely, I won't be trading anything super hot out of the gate unless SPI maybe was looking for a possible red to green move. I'm a little bit skeptical with this ticker. I'm skeptical on both tickers, to be honest, but don't want to be overly biased. You know, there's good opportunities out there. You just got to find them. You got to be patient. You got to get aggressive when you see your setup, and you guys know the rest. $11.5 is definitely some bigger support. I'm not sure if we're going to crack below 12 and hit 11.5, but 11.5 is about 9% to the downside. Got another 4 minutes here. We could actually look at HBP. This was another ticker I was looking at for a little bit. I didn't really like the fact that it pretty much had no volume, so I kind of stopped looking at it. It's a USA industrial distribution company, 20 million float. Couldn't find a catalyst on this one either at first, so again, wasn't really super stoked about it. Not a lot of volume so far on the day, or at least for pre-market. Making some decent trends higher here, so we'll see where it can go. That's had big resistance at 3, broke it, now at 3.5. Kind of interesting, but kind of very light. I think people are going to be watching STAF and SPI. Paradox, no catalyst on STAF, but jobless claims come out every Thursday, and I haven't gone through the jobless claims so much myself, but I guess that's probably the driving force behind this staffing company. HUSN is another ticker I was looking at. I don't really like that it's sub dollar. That's why I wasn't really paying much attention to it. But I mean, you can't deny it's in the top 5 lead gappers today. USA Capital Market Company, 20 million float, 20 million market cap. About a 30% gapper. Looks like they are in a merger agreement with Freight Hub. STAF is having a nice bounce off of 2. Big resistance there at roughly $1. Recent runner as well. Could be I like that it's kind of popping in the right direction here. It's got the 180 moving average as support. Rough ticker though. And then big resistance at $1. So far it's having hard times popping past that $1. Wine is totally acceptable. All right, guys, let's see. Another minute 50 here. STAF and SPI are lead gappers. Really, really strong pre-markets on both of them. Fairly weak catalysts, but the stats are looking pretty nice on both of them. So let's see what happens. Remember that 7 million float on STAF, and then the SPI with that 13 million float. So STF STAF should have much more spikeability. Fred, feel you on that, man. It's not much better in Berlin, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so SPI, let's see what happens. STAF, got my eyes on these. I'm like a chameleon right now, split eyes. 25 seconds before the market opens. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, sports betting. I guess that both things you could probably get good at if you like implement a strategy. I don't know much about sports betting. Here we go. Oh, gotta change that good till cancel. Almost forgot. Nice move on STAF. Probably might be yep, just broke pre-market highs. STAF is absolutely exploding. Huge move there. Congrats to anyone that got that rip. It's like a 20% move. Possible entry on SPI. Tried an entry on SPI, moved a little bit too quickly away from me. SPI just went green. 5% move so far. Just got an entry on SPI, looking for that move back above 9 EMA. Looking for the crack of 12. Sold there on the crack of 12. Took profits a little bit too soon, but sold at 26. That was a good 50 cents a share move. Just making sure I was out, making sure the exit was good. $3,000 position size, not really too big, but it's okay. Very, very quick trade there on SPI. Back in the green on that one. Was down about 70, 80 bucks or so. So we're back in the green on SPI. That's nice. STAF, I'm watching it with that high of 2.8. I'm not super comfortable with trading it though. Nice trade, Houston. That was freaking crazy trade, man. Congrats. SPI, I really like that 250 amount of dollar volume on this one so far today. STAF is really kind of holding this high very well. Definitely a high risk, high reward kind of trade with the way it's moving right now. SPI is a little bit more my style at the moment. Looks like SPI might break a bit lower here. Had a quick entry, selling the rest of my position. Trying to at least. Quick trade there, very quick trade. Wasn't really the best trade. We had an entry at 34, we sold at 46 and 56. Very quick mover. Wish my laptop was a little faster than that one. Whew. Wow, STAF, guys, had a perfect pullback to the 9 EMA and just broke out again. Congrats to anyone nailing this one. It's an absolute ripper. That was a 14% candle. I'll switch it up on my chart. I got SPI now on my second chart. STAF on my first chart. SPI could be setting up for a red to green move here. I'm going to give it a little bit longer though. I think there might be a chance it's going to pull back again. Yeah, there's no need to time the tippy top. Take those profits when you have them. Nice moves across the board on both these tickers so far. SPI with some really nice dip trades, and then at STAF with that perfect breakout and then pull back right here. 20% move. Big congrats to anyone that nailed that one. SPI could be setting up for a 9 EMA breakout. Boom! Just did it. Having some problems though. Thought it was going to go a bit faster. Whew! Intense. Not trading it. Corey, I feel you on that one. I'm just like, wow, this thing is out of here. Remember, guys, STAF is already up 260%. I think it was actually just up 300% before this dip here. SPI pulling back again. Wow, that was a big sell-off there on SPI. Another sell-off here on SPI. Small entry on SPI. Looking for that break back above 11. Looking for 11 to hold. SPI average at 1096. Just sold. Watching STAF. I'm out of my SPI trade, entered at 92. Sold at 16, 11.16. Couldn't switch it, was too focused on the trade, sorry about that. STAF is looking like it could do a huge bounce in this zone. Really good bounce off of 255. Probably would have jumped on that, but I was too focused on SPI. Nice, Trey, happy to hear. STAF selling off again. There's a lot of selling pressure on this ticker. I'm not sure how much lower it's really going to go though. That chop is the premium Grim Reaper, Brent says. Amen. Yeah, Paradox, I kind of felt you on that one. Yeah, like that 2.55. If there was a time to buy the dip on STAF, would have definitely been that 255 big support zone. We have VWAP there. We have the former breakout pullback there. We already broke below the 90 EMA. We had pretty much a former pre-market high there. It's like all the freaking stars aligned on that one. So that was a nice one. I didn't trade it though. I don't know, still kind of focused on SPI. I still am. I've had 3 trades on SPI now. Nice 3 little dip trades, little very small base hits, but used bigger size on them, at least on one of them. So RCL, Royal Caribbean guys. I mean, Royal Cruise Lines. No, wait. Royal Caribbean. I was like, I think I'm missing up Carnival Cruise Lines. I just merged those 2 names together in my head. Nice, Michael. EGO. Maybe I'll have to add that company to the list. I got a bunch of tickers on the list I want to review. Wow, look at that STAF flush. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wicked. 5 minute could be giving a setup though. Not yet. Around 230 or so. So basically you break a VWAP and then finding some support and maybe having a retest back to VWAP. That could be a possible trade. Yeah, that was a serious dipski. SPI trying to crack the 9 EMA, looking like impossible trade here. I'm not going to trade it just yet. I think this could be a 9 EMA breakout. We had a nice base there right under 11. I'm just going to keep watching it. Maybe I'll see a good setup. I'm not a huge fan of buying breakouts on the EMA under VWAP. I do it sometimes, but it's a risky setup. It's not something I would go in with full size. Good call, Harley. Definitely will have to check that out, HA. I really want to get some Jets, the airline ETF. SPI could be getting a little bit of a, either this is a healthy pullback or it's going to flush out a weak hand. Yep, okay, that was a flush. SPI just did a whole nice little dipski right there. Boom. Okay, I was waiting for bigger, more volume to come in there. I think we just got it. Was thinking, is SPI going to maybe go break 10.5 and then maybe find some support on the break of 10.5? Right now, it kind of looks like it's really finding that big support right under 11. I'm not sure if we're going to go much lower in the short term. Right now, from the open, we're down about 11%. I think SPI could be ripped for a reversal at one point. So that's really where most of my focus is at the moment. I don't trust STAF at all right now. That's why I'm not looking at it. SPI is definitely the lead gapper here with $318 million volume. That's really nice. STAF roughly at $210 volume. And then we got some other ones, AVXL kind of popping up here a little bit. Some part of me wants to buy SPI right now, but the other part thinks this is not a good 5-minute setup. This is a bit of a choppy setup. There's no clear indicator here, so why would you want to trade it right here? So I'm not trading it, but man, somehow, I don't know what it is. I hope it breaks down because it's freaking me out. See, it didn't break down. So yeah, part of me really thinks that it's going to have a bit of a reversal. Five minute, I'm looking for some bigger setup usually with good risk reward, like some sort of 5-minute reversal, like a 5-minute breakout. And then on the 1-minute chart, I'm usually looking for those quick pullbacks. Yeah, I think SPI is about to break the 9 EMA, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to trade it because it could flush easily. It's not really the best setup here. I'm not trading it, Let's see, 1090. Yup. Support coming in a bit. Sell volume is very light in this area. Could easily pop. No idea what's going to happen. I kind of hope it flushes because I'm having a little bit of FOMO right now. But it's not an ideal setup. It's not one of my bread and butter setups. Yeah, there we go. 9 EMA breaking. Let's see. STAF just flushed. Let's pull up SPI on the chart here so you guys can see it a bit closer. This is the possible break of the 9 EMA right here. Oh well. You know, remember, you don't ever have to trade anything. Sometimes you just kind of watch and see what you can learn. And that's what I'm doing right now with the SPI, just kind of watching and learning. Let's go back to STAF here on the main screen. I just want to kind of watch 2 tickers. So SPI had those multiple attempts to the downside. Also, there's multiple attempts to the upside. So yeah, it did not break through the 9 EMA. There was no good 5-minute setup there. So far, it's really indecisive, this one. Yeah, it's pure chop right now. This is what's called chop. There's no clear setup. You could kind of like convince yourself to buy because you might see something. But ultimately, there's no clear setup. Yeah, okay, now it's breaking a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Exactly. So the kind of what you could have argued is like, you know, right now it's finding a lot of support right under 11. So I'm going to look for that possible rip past 11. And then I'm going to take profits on that rip. That would have been an okay risk reward setup. But yeah, could have easily flushed any moment. So that would have been a 4% move on SPI just now. So not too bad. STAF down here, 12% on this dip. HYLN, guys, is above 330. I was going to sell this one above 30, so this is looking pretty good. We made a whole video about HYLN, EV trucking company. And boom, there goes my limit order already pre-set up. So we are officially out of HYLN, guys. Let me just kind of go to it right here. Sold here on the retest of 30. I do think that this thing might go all the way to like 31. I was thinking I'm selling a little bit too soon. I wasn't super stoked about it, but I wouldn't mind buying it back. HYLN. So 7% move this morning. That was a really nice pop there. It just had, yeah, sweet ticker. I'm not specifically sure about the vaccine stocks, but a lot of them have just ran so much that sometimes they just pull back, but I'm not sure if there's something specific going on. Yeah, it looks like my gut feeling on SPI was kind of right, but at the same time, my gut feeling to avoid it was probably right as well because it wasn't a good setup, and I probably would have just been upset myself if I got a big loss on SPI for kind of no reason, taking on a trade that I shouldn't be trading. So with American National Gas. That partnership would make a lot of sense because they do a lot of hybrid stuff, HYLN. So that partnership totally makes sense in my eyes. I would have to look more into it. American Airlines for a potential swing trade, maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked at American Airlines in a while. I would like to start getting into airlines a little bit more though. STAF just sold off again. STAF is really having some tough times here. I would kind of argue though that it's like no major surprise that STAF is selling off. I'm not like, if anything, I'm a little bit surprised I had such a strong move into the market open. Because of their previous bankruptcies. Ay, ay. Oh, that sounds so bad. SPI is selling off, guys. Big dip there. 1044. Still having a tough time, SPI right here. Possible entry on SPI at 1034. Just sold, just entered SPI full position size. 1044. Still selling off. Looking for a bit of a bounce here on SPI. It's a bit weaker than I was expecting. Small profit, very small profit on SPI, like 10%, I mean 10 cents. I didn't like it. I was hoping for a bigger bounce. I took probably a little bit, I wouldn't say I took too much risk on it, but I didn't really like the risk reward factor on it, and that's kind of why I ended up selling at one point. I was looking for that 9 EMA retest, but the bounce was so light, and then I was kind of nervous that it's going to keep breaking all the way to 10, so I was like, yeah, it's not really something I want to mess around with. $10 is in sight for a break of 10 SPI. I'm kind of curious here if that's going to happen. Yeah, market is slow today. That's what happens when the overall market is fairly red. STAF having another bounce off of 2. Remember it had that initial pre-market big bounce off of 2? I'm thinking that SPI could break 10 and then start slowing down around like 990 or something, 980. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Break of 10 would be very aggressive. I'm not sure if it will break 10. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. There's no like clear pattern on it. Just kind of does its thing. Yeah, John, it's good that you took those profits, man. Congrats. NIO is another ticker worth reviewing. I haven't really done a full like synopsis of it or synapses on NIO, so I don't really have a strong thought on it at the moment. I mean, it's had such a good run. I want to learn more about this ticker. I would have a hard time buying this ticker with my current knowledge on the ticker, and also just the current kind of price. I feel like, you know, these are high prices. I would have a hard time jumping on it right now, but yeah, 27. What a crazy move, huh? Some really, really strong moves on this ticker. SPI just possibly breaking 10. Hit. Long SPI at 9.9. Looking for that move back above 10. Taking some profits at 10. Looking to take profits at 10.04. Totally out of this move. Made another very small trade, guys. A very, very small trade here. Like I said, I was looking for that break of 10 to buy in the 80s or the 90s and then sell in the break, move back above 10. I didn't hold very long and I sold most of it at 10 or half of 10 already. So yeah, I definitely got out too early on that one. Pulling back again. Wow, look at this thing go. Try to get an entry there at 87, but I didn't get filled. Remember, SPI is on the backside of a move. It's selling off right now. I would not be looking for reversals, but simply dips and selling on the retests. It's pretty much like a backwards breakout momentum pick, right? Except I would probably argue the risk reward is always much less on the dip buying setup. That's why it's a little bit more risky. Selling off again. (10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time). Wow, I feel like it's so much later than it is. I don't know why. Is SPI going to have that retest the 9 EMA, or is it going to dip again? So many questions. The sell volume is so light on this one. Doesn't really look like it's... I think SPI can get back above 10 at one point. It's struggling though here in this area. So for now, it's still, in my eyes, it's still going to be selling off a little bit. But cracking 70. Nope, it tried so hard. What's STAF up to? STAF is pretty much not doing anything. Small entry on SPI at 69. Looking for that break of 10 again. I'm going to close this trade for now at 83, which I feel like is way too soon. And then I'm going to wait for, yeah, now it's at 93. I'm going to wait for maybe one last entry on this one. I don't know if we're going to get it. Sometimes you see a little bit of a quick flush after too many false moves. So I'm just going to watch it here one last time. 10:09. I think after this I might be done with day trading for the day. So yeah, this could easily break above 10 right now. Here we go, break of 10. Is it going to do it? That's what I would have been waiting for. Sold too soon. I'm thinking you might do a quick flush though. That's why I'm not jumping on it right now anymore. I mean, yeah, it's definitely having some issues here. Who knows what's going to happen? I just looked over the chat room. You guys are all going crazy in there. Oh, is it going to have that break of 10? That's, whew, it's trying so hard. It wants it. The sellers on this ticker are just so strong. Boom, there was the final break of 10. That was a significant zone. Let's see if it holds this area. That was pretty important. That's been a long time coming. So right now, guys, if you're wondering earlier about the 5 minute, what am I looking for on a 5 minute? This is actually right now we're having a 5 minute breakout. So if you look at the 5 minute chart, you can see that there's a red candle here and the 5 minute candle is now higher than that red candle. So that's a verified 5 minute breakout right here that we're having. And then you usually look for that 1 minute pullback or so. Ideally, these should be an upwards trending stock, not a downwards trending stock, like with SPI, but you know, it is what it is. You get what you can get. I wouldn't be overly bullish on SPI. I'd be very careful if I was trading this one. Just the way it has been trading, the way it's pulled off in the past. Just check out the daily chart. Doesn't look too convincing either, so just be careful. Oh, David, man, I feel you. I think we've all been there before as well. Today was also just not the best small cap trading day. So it was good that we walked away with some profits on HYLN. It was good that we closed that trade. This was actually a pretty decent close here. So yeah, I would like to buy back on HYLN. Maybe we'll get an opportunity for that. So this is pretty sweet. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes. Wow, SPI is so boring. Yeah, NIO is definitely parabolic. All right, so we're definitely wrapping up the day here in the green, which is nice. Another $500 day. Technically, with our day trading today, I only traded SPI and I'm only up 430 on this ticker, which is super amazing for the fact that SPI, all it did was sell off. So I'm pretty happy about that. And then obviously the HYLN trade that we just closed. Yeah, I didn't trade STAF. How weird is that? That was the hot one, huh? Thanks for Molly. No, actually, I was red on SPI pre-market. Pre-market, I was down 70 bucks. I tried to buy this breakout here. I bought the pullback. Was the small win. I bought this attempt breakout. That was a loss. I cut my losses quickly though, so it wasn't that big. And then here I tried to get the pullback for the breakout. I ended up getting shaken out, taking another loss. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So that's when I was like, you know what, SPI, I'm not going to trade it anymore till the market opens, until it does something that I kind of want it to do. And that's when we had the first red to green move. We had the dip trade. We had another dip trade. And then all these were pretty much dip trades. Yeah, so I made all of my money today and made back pre-market losses after the market opened. And between 9:30 and my last trade was right here at 10:08, 10:07. So yeah, just being... Today was just one of those days, it felt like. You know, it was one of those days we weren't really getting that kind of follow through. So I didn't feel comfortable trading STAF somehow. I don't know, STAF to me was a tricky one to trade. There was also just a lot of risk in this one. Like, I could have bought the pullback here. This was probably the cleanest move. I should have done it. In hindsight, I should have done it. I was just focused on SPI at the time. Buying this pullback or this dip kind of here back to 2.5, this would have been a good trade as well. That's a 14% move. There's no way I would have held all 14%, but I probably would have held to the 9 EMA. That could have been a 6% move. So STAF, this could have been good. I definitely chickened out too much on this ticker, so that's a little bit of a shame. SPI right now is at a huge support again. 950 or so could be a really nice spot for an entry. Really nice spot. Ooh, it's so tempting. I don't know. Yeah, Robert, you just base hits, man. Boom, boom, boom. Bunch of little base hits. That's really what it's all about. Always have my thoughts on timing your dips and price targets. Always just have your thesis. You know, what's your max risk? Where's the major support? Are you what kind of, you know, reversal are you looking for? Are you looking for the quick profit on, you know, the 9 EMA retest or something like that? Just have a plan and trade that plan, and then don't be upset if it doesn't work. My best month, I think last month, I was only up like 74%, my win ratio. So that means out of every 10 trades, you know, 3 are red, right? And there's nothing wrong with a red trade. It's all about just reducing the risk. FSLY, I see you guys calling out that a lot. Let's go on to it. SPI first swing. Who knows? FSLY Inc. I actually don't know this company. Or do I? Finviz. Let's check out Finviz here. $11 billion company, actually almost a $12 billion company. Probably right now it is after that run up. 83 million float software application company. There's nothing wrong with being down ranting. Yeah, holding bags, man, is so dangerous with day trading, especially if it takes up your buying power. Is FSLY behind TikTok? No, it operates in Edge cloud for processing, serving, the security is going to get Edge done. No, developers build secure experience. No. Sky Crasher. No, okay. So no, they're not. Looks like insiders are nicely dumping this one. Like massively selling this ticker. But it looks like it's pretty consistent, like looks like they're just periodically selling. That's probably smart. That's totally a good idea in general. SPI could be another really nice bounce at one point here. I'm just kind of watching it. I think I'm done with day trading though today. I feel like I'm at the point where I'm a little mentally exhausted, and I feel like at this point I would just maybe do something silly and give back some profit. So I'm just not gonna. Why is it down so much today? Is it really all because of the TikTok slowdown? Yeah, so it looks like TikTok's revenue has taken a plummet, and so if this is fastly.com, content delivery with a powerful edge. B2B, yeah, really big here. Look at SPI, guys. Woo, sure is tempting to want to jump on that ticker. Load. You know what? I'm actually going to close this screen. I'm done trading it. I'm just going to close it. It's too tempting to have windows open and want to trade some of these things. Sure gets me a little crazy in the head. Weaker than expected traffic volume from social video service TikTok. Nice. Yeah, honestly, these quarterly results aren't even that bad, unless I'm totally missing something here. My freaking God, so many pop-ups, it drives me insane. It's literally just been pop-ups for like the last 6-7 seconds on this website. Whew, Jesus. All right, you know what? I'm not going to read that article. That was too much. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad, honestly. I mean, apparently it must be. This looks like a pretty big drop off. So what I think it probably is the expectations for maybe TikTok to still be growing at a much bigger exponential rate has been clipped. So although the earnings aren't really that much lower, the expectations went from, you know, going full moon mode to actually being something a bit more realistic, and that now is being priced in a little bit more. I think that's really what's going on here. I could be wrong, but on initial kind of look, that's what it looks like. So, yeah. I don't know. Always be careful buying these kind of big bounces bounces after a sell-off. Oftentimes these sell-offs aren't done. I would be waiting for something around 80, maybe even to the 75s, a little bit more support in here. But the buy volume has been really, really strong, so that's actually a sign of confidence for sure. Let's check out IPOB. IPOB looks like that hit brick wall. Social cap. Really strong move this one has in the last few days here, huh? 67% move. IPOB was actually a ticker I was looking forward to swing trade. This is the open door deal. But yeah, I was looking for a bigger sell-off, and then somehow we never jumped on it. So it's a little bit unfortunate. So they had a little bit of a rejection here. It's still in a very strong upwards trend. I don't think this is the end of the road for IPOB. I would be careful though, because this is definitely going to crack 9 EMA. We've already had a retest. We failed to continue. We had a fake out breakout, right? So this is probably going to maybe reverse. I don't know where it's going to go, but it probably will go under 24 and then maybe find some bigger support at 22. So 22 would be kind of my next zone worth looking at, I believe. DKNG, oh my God. DKNG is, I'm still kind of amazed by this ticker. That run up after 55, I was just like, what? I got a little bit of FOMO on DKNG. Which account did I trade this one in? Hold on, let me see here. My trades aren't popping up on DKNG, which is a little bit unfortunate. It should be, I'm pretty sure it was my unlimited account, but, oh, you know what? I remember what the problem was. I was trying to take a picture earlier, and I took that off. There it goes. So yeah, we had this really nice swing trade with DKNG from roughly 41 all the way here to 52. So that was a pretty sweet trade. And then, you know, in this area, I was like, okay, kind of nice that we took profits here. And then wham, kablam, goes up 35%. I actually like this general support area we're kind of diving back into. This was the big double top we broke out of. We had a perfect cup and handle here. If you guys remember, we had the what's it called? The rally. No, there's a word for it. I don't know. The price increase, we hit our first high, we had a rounded bottom, we hit the second high, and then we broke it. Well, actually, a perfect cup and handle would have been a bit more of a handle and then a breakout. So this one was really, really aggressive here, but really, really quick and fast. So what I saw here was that kind of pull back to this zone, big support. So 40 guys, 40, 27, around that area, 40, 30, I don't know, between 40 and 40, 50, let's just say, big support. I don't know if I would be buying just yet, but at the same time, 45, you know, kind of psychological zone. I think if I was going to be kind of holding this one a little bit longer, I would probably be waiting. I'd be a little bit more patient and maybe wait for another sell-off. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, initial thought right here. Fundamentally, I mean, the last time we reviewed DraftKings, it was looking really, really good. So unless something major happened, I would probably still be long. I don't know if there's anything really bad going on with this company. It's final to countdown since I turn off my computer. I'll get tempted. I feel you, man. The temptations are strong with these tickers. They're strong. Yeah, Bren, the second position size gets over a decent allocation. Like for me, if it's more than 10% of my uh, in my unlimited account, I just like can't even focus on the ticker properly. And then 30% for my swing trading account. It's just like Yeah, I feel the same, Bren. I definitely feel the same. DKNG. I think it's a good buy here. It looks like it might continue selling off. I would say the big main first support level is definitely going to be 45. I think if it cracks 45, I would probably start averaging down. I don't see this thing going below 40. I have an alert here now for a while for a crack of 44. So this is something I've been looking at for some time. So I'm just gonna put it down here. And you know what? I'm even going to put a limit order on this one. That way I definitely won't forget about it. It's going to be a very conservative limit order. I'm just going to kind of put it there for reference. That way it's going to be on my kind of radar because it's going to be on my current account list. So actually let's go to the current account list right now and just kind of scroll around a little bit, see what's going on. So RKT, we had a limit order for this one, roughly around 20. So far never got an entry on that one. DKNG, now that's on my list. XPEV. This is the one I had that limit order right below 17 and it went to 17.11 and we missed it. I was like, no, you got to be kidding me. This was painful. This was a 30% pop. I knew 17 was big support. I thought we were going to have a little quick crack of that, but we didn't, and I missed it. So it is what it is. Thanks for the two bucks, Gwendolyn. Thanks for the support. I really do appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Bren, that's a really good point. You can't be too conservative for popular swings. They're pushed by the Wall Street gods. I actually totally agree with that. And I miss so many of my swing trades because I'm always a little bit too conservative. But then sometimes I'm like a little bit more aggressive and then I get, something like AMC. Although AMC isn't a hot ticker, right? AMC is kind of like that ticker that everyone knows might disappear. So that's the one I should have been more cautious on. So shame on me for that. I think we need to make a list of like the top 10 EV stocks. Welcome to the team, Abhishek. I don't know if I said that name right, but I don't always look at the screen of what's going on this stream, but I just did and it looked like we got a subscriber. So welcome to the family. Oh yeah, Jason, man, I feel you on that. That's amen. Yep, I'm actually still long all of our swing trades in my Roth account. We could review that in a bit. RXT, Rackspace, I've been waiting for an entry on this one on a break of 17, so that one's on my radar here. LMND might actually have an entry here at 60. Been waiting for this one. That'd be about a $33,000 position size. So I got this one on my radar. If we do have a fill on this one, I would like to even average down fairly quickly on that one. KCAC, we had our first buyback on KCAC. You guys probably remember I was saying I want to buy KCAC back. I just wanted to take profits on that first kind of retest, and that's what I did. Express, I have a limit order out for Express. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to keep it. Looks like we're kind of tempting these areas, but I don't know. I don't know. I might remove this one. I just wish I knew more about this kind of industry. Actually, I don't really care for it. But sometimes when you lack a little bit of knowledge on a certain subject, then sometimes you don't feel as comfortable making these aggressive moves. JETS, airlines, I don't see they're going anywhere. I really want to buy the airline ETF, JETS. So right now I have a limit order for this one for a while now at 15. I would like to snag this airline ETF in this price. And then I would probably just hold this. If it goes down, I would just keep averaging down. So that's my plan. Can you recommend a broker I can use to trade stocks? UK? I don't know. Interactive brokers, maybe? I would check interactive brokers out. If someone else is in this chat room from the UK, don't be shy to throw some of your picks out there. Ah, Bren. Nice. I just saw that. I'll go ahead and kind of copy this. See, let's see, where do I put it? Gotta put it somewhere safe. Gotta put it somewhere real safe. How about the Discord group? Guys, I want to see some ridiculous pictures tomorrow for the Oktoberfest. And if you don't have social media, consider making at least a Twitter account for the day or something just to post it. All right, let's actually go to the 25K challenge account just to kind of show you guys how this one's been doing. It really hasn't been doing too much. A lot of these trades have just been simmering for a while in this account. You guys know about GE, ADT. You know, we're still in this one. It's cracking $8 a little bit here. I'm not super stoked about that. And then HCHC finding a little bit more of a bottom. I actually would buy more HCHC, but this account is fully allocated. So nothing really too interesting going on with this account. Let's go back to the unlimited. I wouldn't mind buying back HYLN. I wanted to take profits there at the 30. I took profits. So again, I think I'm going to be looking for another entry on HYLN. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first entry here at 26, kind of 69 area just for fun. Always make sure you have good till cancel and extended hours, or else you're going to be crying potentially. All right, Corey, man, take care. Hope to see you tomorrow. Don't forget to bring your outfit tomorrow. It's a slow day today. It's really slow. Maybe we should all wrap it up pretty soon here because I think we need all the energy we can get for tomorrow. What is indices? I mean indexes like the Dow Jones, SPX, NASDAQ. I would probably Google some videos on that because that's a pretty large topic, but in a nutshell. Wait 1 second, I have to verify myself and click on pictures. Oh, I took too long. Come on, just do it. So the Dow Jones, or let's just talk about the NASDAQ 500. It's basically the top list of tech companies, because that's usually what's traded. And then it's an aggregate of those prices. So if you want to buy the NASDAQ and you want to buy kind of more the growth companies, you can buy, but you don't want to pick out specific companies, then you could just buy the whole NASDAQ index. I think it's actually the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500, so the NASDAQ 100. Oh man, I keep taking too long to click these buttons of these bridges. Hold on, I gotta focus on one thing at a time. I'm probably the world's worst multitasker. Like, it's pretty bad. Okay. Pretty much everyone, all my friends always make fun of me for it. Okay, well, I don't know why. I'm a wild. What did I do? All right, so what time does the market open in Germany? Germany is 6 hours ahead. Oh, actually, that reminds me. When's the time? Let's see, Germany daylight savings time. When does this actually kick in? This is kind of important. Germany, I think, is before the States. October 25th, US day. This messed me up once, and I came an hour late to the stream. Daylight savings 2020. So yeah, okay, so October 25th, the clock goes backwards. So there's only going to be a 5 hour difference. Right now it's a 6 hour difference. And then once America goes 1 hour. No, now I'm really confused. Yeah, once America goes 1 hour backwards. Yeah, once America goes 1 hour backwards, it's going to be back to 6 hours. I was like, wait, that's twice backwards. So yeah, I got to remember that, 25. So there's like 5 days in there where it's going to be pure chaos in my brain. So that's the 25th. So that's Sunday at least. And then we have till November 1st. So pretty much this whole week is going to be a little bit different over here for me personally. VRTX. Wow, good call out on VRTX. This one's nasty. That's nasty. Who says that in Family Guy? Isn't that Cleveland? He's always like, that's nasty. Oh, you nasty. Oh boy, we're getting off topic here. This is how you know that the stocks aren't moving. Is HUSN kind of popping back up again? HBP is a little bit of a mover here. Really kind of showed a little bit of strength today all of a sudden. This was one of the lead gappers actually. Hunting, we talked about it for a split moment. Nice 16-17%, not really too bad. I think we're thinking that Workhorse is overextended. That's my perspective. And I think Workhorse has a little bit ways down to go. That's what I was saying in my video. I was thinking maybe $20 could be good support. I don't know. So definitely 20 is big major first support zone. We'll definitely have some sort of bounce in this area, but we'll see where it goes from there. Oh, thanks, Cow Family. Chow Family? Chow Family? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Welcome to the community, Nico. Hopefully I'm saying that right as well. It's always hard with these usernames. Big question here is HYLN, is this a very aggressive sell-off here? I think accumulating here in the 25s is actually a pretty good move. Could easily keep selling off. Nothing's guaranteed. But for now, if you guys want to learn more about why I think this is a good overall entry, definitely consider checking out that video I came out with, I think yesterday. Put this one a little bit lower. VXRT, let's actually look at VXRT on the daily. Well, VXRT looked like it Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I mean, 30 was definitely short-term resistance. There's just a good chance it was going to break through that and continue, but I like to take my profits. Who knows? Maybe in the afternoon it's going to break through 30 and hit 31, 32, and I sold too soon. There's a good chance of that as well. So you just never know. And I usually always just take profits a little bit quicker. John, I actually don't have too many thoughts on NIO at the moment. I'll probably come out with a video about that fairly soon. To me, it's just, I would have a hard time buying it in these areas. This was a perfect pullback to the 9 EMA. I don't know. It's too much for me at this current time, but you know, the market loves it, and what a heck of a runner, honestly, from $1.19 to 30 right now. Let's see where this thing's gonna go. Maybe it's gonna hit 100, who knows? I would not rule anything out with these wild EV companies. They're absolutely insane. So buying this one on a pullback would probably be how I would go about it after I did a little bit of due diligence. But I think buying on a move back to the 9 EMA would be a fairly safe bet, and then kind of going from there. I think that's really that's probably how I would treat this one. Exactly, David, exactly. PTON. Wow, look at that. Peloton Interactive. This is huge. You know, I have a friend that's a big long on Peloton. You could easily keep on going. I would rather wait for a bigger pullback. Apparently their equipment's really, really good. It just, to me, it's a bit overextended. I could easily see this thing, you know, selling off 20% one day with the market, and that's when I would buy it. I wouldn't buy it right now. I was fairly bearish on Westwater, and I don't know. To me, it's still not really a buy. Maybe it's going to go back down a little bit more support, but to me, this is just, it was a huge pump. It was a multi-day pump. I don't know. I think once people realized that what this company is all about, they looked at the long term of this company, people were like, uh-oh, this is pretty sketchy. So I don't know. I wouldn't even be surprised if they did an offering. Did I miss an offering? Maybe they did an offering. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that this company is not going to, you know, open a mine and, you know, it's sitting on top of great graphite reserves. But I just think the stock price and the way it's been treated in the past makes it very unattractive for an investment. But if there's a bunch of backholders in WWR, which I feel like there are, I feel like it's a fairly emotional stock, and it's had this multi-day runoff, and there's a lot of people that are just not going to sell at these places. I think it has that ability to have these big spikes to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if next week, maybe even tomorrow, you know, WWR is back at $8, maybe a spike to $10. I think it's totally in the realm of possibility, and then it keeps selling off. So who knows when it's gonna do that? But I'm pretty sure it will at one point. So maybe buying in these areas for a swing trade wouldn't be the worst idea. I would probably be a little bit more cautious and maybe wait for a better setup somewhere in these areas. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go down that much, but yeah, I mean, I think WWR is going to be good fun to watch for sure. So, but I'd probably look for something more at the 4.5s. I think still buying in these areas would be a little bit aggressive. You know what? I'll put a small buy order on this one just so we can follow it. I'll do a really, really small position just so it's on my books. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just do 500. I'll probably remove that fairly soon, but I think 4 could be a 450 is honestly what I would do on more than 4. But yeah, I do think there's big support on WWR, so I would probably look for some sort of reversal off of that area. It could happen at any time, but for now I'll just kind of leave it on my books. I'm not long WWR though for an investment. No way. Thoughts on AMC, man. AMC was such a tanker. That was one of our biggest losers of the year swing trading. It really isn't able to get over $3. So I was pretty happy we sold on this last spike of 313 right here on this little spike to the upside. I was just like, I'm out of this ticker. I don't know. It looks like even with this really negative news coming out, it seems like it found somewhat of a bottom. So honestly, buying somewhere in the 250s to between 250 and like 280 might not be a bad setup. I think that this thing could have that potential for a spike. And if it does, it's going to be, you know, 10, 20, 30% move. But for now, you really want to manage your risk on this one because it does have that possibility that it might file for bankruptcy. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. I think that's everything for this video or this stream. We got some nice day trading in today. It was a weak market, but we still wrapped it up here over $500. Although our day trading was more like 430. So pretty sweet session. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you learned something and if you enjoyed it, had a good time. Don't forget, tomorrow, Oktoberfest, bring your favorite outfit or don't bring one at all. I don't know, whatever you guys want to do. Just don't forget to post some sort of funny picture either on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag TradeOktoberfest. Obviously, with a K, don't forget. And you'll have a chance to win a Trade Journal sweater. Not to mention, it'll just be freaking hilarious. I'll make sure to leave a comment. So yeah, I will see you guys then first thing tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the recap video as well. So till then, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades. I'm out of here. Prosty prost. It's almost sad ending it sometimes.